Okay. Satanic blessings. Okay, so if you follow me on Facebook, you know that I have an issue with people being forced to wearing masks at the gym while working out. Now, I don't I'm not opposed to people walking around the gym with masks on when they're, coming and going into the gym, but I have a problem with people wearing masks when they're actually on the machine and they're working out and you're working out an intense workout, it's going to be hard to breathe, and I know for myself I will not be able to breathe. So I'm not even going to step foot into a gym until this whole mask ordeal is over. And because I just don't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable wearing a mask working out. I think it's going to make things harder for me and very unpleasant, to say the least. So I was probing Father Satan for the last hour, and he's probably sick of me asking the same question. So I want to get the proper information. I don't want to say anything that he does not approve of. I don't want to put words in Father Satan's mouth. I want to say exactly what he means to say. So I'm extra, careful when I give a message out to the masses and it's from one of my deities. I want to make sure that they approve of it and it's correct and unbiased, even though, you know, I have my own opinion about things. So, but I have to not be biased. I have to say and report the message of what I receive. Okay, so now I also asked the question because I have stage 4 breast cancer and I'm currently on chemotherapy. So I'm totally different category. I'm a high risk person, but even then, still, I think it's ridiculous to have to wear masks. And I asked with another spread. I didn't show it here. His opinion on that, and basically, in a nutshell, he was telling me to search out somebody that's not extreme or not dogmatic or not opinionated, and basically do my research, myself, and I'll find out the correct information and the correct knowledge from an unbiased source, and then I'll be able to find out what's best for me if I should even work out at the gym with or without a mask. So he told me to do that, for me to find out for myself what's best for myself because I'm in a different situation, but to make sure it's a person that's not dogmatic and not biased, someone that, and for me to do the research and find out myself and get the knowledge from an unbiased source. Okay, so having said this, I came up with 6 cards with Father, and I asked, what does he think? Now I forgot the exact question how I asked it, but it was generally, I was asking Father Satan's opinion about what he thinks, whether or not healthy people, normal, everyday, healthy people, should they wear masks at the gym while working out? That's basically what I asked. So I wanted to get his input, what he thought about it, if it was detrimental, if it was necessary, if it wasn't necessary. I wanted his input, and this is what I received. Okay, the first card is the 7 of Water. And this card represents going with the flow, being passive, and not fighting. Going with whatever the flow is and not fighting it, and being passive and relaxed. And go with the flow of what's the truth. And that will get to the second card, the Sage. Seek out the Sage, meaning seek out professional medical personnel, people that are sages in the field of science, medicine, and infectious disease. Go to them and find out what they have to say about the subject. The next card is the Mother. And this card is representing all the healthcare personnel in the hospitals. And Father's saying to also question and inquire about the healthcare people that are caring for patients in the hospitals and medical facilities, what they've seen and what their personal firsthand experiences have shown them. And then these next three go together. This is the Six of Earth. And this represents generosity, self-martyrdom, and self-sacrifice to benefit others. Making a self-sacrifice to benefit other people. But go ahead, and it's important that you get this knowledge. Get the knowledge first. From the Sage and the Mother. From the healthcare people. People that are knowledgeable in it. Not just any political person or anyone that says that they, know about diseases. You go to the Sage. You go to, the cream of the crop. The experts. You go to the best. And then you research their scientific studies. You read about it. Or you go and you contact them yourself. And also the people that are on the front lines that are actually caring for the people, sick people in the hospitals. And then we will have then you'll have your knowledge. You'll have the knowledge of what you need to do. This last one is the one of Earth. So we have our Earth Dragon here. And this is the card of positive new beginnings, fruitfulness, and generosity. So what Father Satan is saying is that we need to go with the flow and not fight the truth. So whatever that truth may be, we have to go with the flow and be passive about it. We cannot fight it. Whenever we find out what the truth is, we are highly advised to go with the flow and not resist it. And in order to do that, we have to go to the correct people, the experts, medical experts. Go to them. Don't go to anybody else. Don't go to your friends. Don't go to political leaders. Don't go to anybody except people that have conducted scientific studies. So once we have once we have researched scientific studies on this, or have gone to these masters in their field, and also the caretakers on the front line, we're going to have our knowledge. We're going to have the information that we need, and then we are advised to make the necessary self-sacrifice that will benefit everyone. And that will be a start of a new and prosperous beginning. A generous, prosperous, and fruitful beginning. If we do that, if we follow that advice. So, take it as how you may. But I think it's pretty clear cut that Father is saying, do your research. Go to the experts. Go to the masters in the field. The top people that have the correct information, that's not biased, that have the correct data. The people on the front lines too. They see it in the hospital. Question them. Ask what they see. And whatever information, the knowledge that you get, the true knowledge, the truth, not what people want to hear. Once you get the knowledge, go with the flow and do not fight it. Do not resist it. Be passive and just follow the advice of these people. Do the necessary sacrifices on your part to benefit everyone based on the knowledge that you get from the experts and the people in the front lines. And then we will have a prosperous, generous, a happier and more abundant society, which we don't have right now. We need this. We need the step. We need the first step, of prosperity. This green dragon, he is blooming with greenery and life. We need this. We need this. We need to get back to this because we don't have any of this. We're barren and we're cold and nobody, we have nothing right now. The economy's bad. So we want to get back to this. We want to get back. We want this. Okay? So in order to do that, these are the instructions from Father. And like I said, I have my own opinion about him. So I can't make this up. It goes against, my loyalty to Satan to make things up. And he would be very angry and disappointed with me. So, if you read between the lines here, okay, I'm not saying, I'm just going by fact. He is saying that people need to make self-sacrifices that they may not like. And the very first card here is saying to go with the flow. Be passive and go with the flow of what the knowledgeable people tell us to do. So don't fight it. This is a clear card saying not to fight it and to go with the flow. Don't resist. And make the necessary sacrifices. But he's saying we could find out for ourselves, so we know, and we know we're not being duped. We know that we're not blindly following the news or blindly following a politician or someone with an alternative agenda. For us to go ahead and us to do the scientific research and contact these people, the masters in their field, the healthcare workers on the front line that are experiencing and they have hands-on treatment with the COVID patients. And then we will get our knowledge. And then once we do our due diligence, we could begin to prosper and we could start to have life again and go back to normal. be better than normal. Start to have our world, give it life again, and because it's lifeless right now. Okay? So that is the message that I received. And like I said, I report exactly what Father tells me, because I was hoping that Father was going to say, we don't need masks. But he didn't say that. He said exactly what I said here. And I'm not adding anything, and I'm not omitting anything. I'm saying exactly the message that he told me. So do what you will with this information. Satanic blessings.